was inspired to nominate the Giving Circle as someone who has benefited as a volunteer of being able to see the Giving Circle's success, and stepping back to really say, as someone who has been in and around development work for a long time, really taking in the profound impact that the Circle has had, just now celebrating its first year of creation, and in that time gaining so much momentum to start building a group of collective donors, to start putting together and working with incredibly talented and diverse advisory committee, working with our partners at the Lancaster County Community Foundation, who are the stewards of our funds, and within the first year, being able to roll out $50,000 of grants. To see that momentum all happen so quickly and so much impact already come to the community, I thought, I really want to help elevate and celebrate the Circle through this impact. We knew we wanted to do collective philanthropy. We knew many of us had seen models of that work very well, specifically around identity with other organizations. And so a group of visionaries came together and said, what would it mean to develop a community philanthropy fund that would go to support the betterment of LGBTQ-identified neighbors, friends, community members in Lancaster County. And so knowing that was our mission, we moved forward very quickly, and it became very evident that there were investors within the community, philanthropists within the community that had very shared values amongst this idea and this mission. We have put together a very diverse group of folks who have served in an advising capacity to the Giving Circle. And I think one of our commitments was we did not want to start raising money, but only have impact sort of seen 3 to 5 years down after the endowment had grown to a certain place. We said we want to make a commitment very quickly. And so we have had the opportunity in the first year to grant several organizations who are so diverse in nature and in mission, but we have granted collectively $50,000 to multiple organizations who have said, here is our vision for how our services can be enriched by specific support to LGBTQ persons here living, residing, playing, working in Lancaster County. And I think we've been thrilled to say, look at this amazing scope of where support is happening throughout multiple nonprofit organizations, throughout multiple areas of support, and just really celebrating sort of this holistic celebration of LGBTQ people. Our thanks go to the Lancaster County Community Foundation, who sort of support with us throughout this journey and have allowed the fund to be, invested within their administrative duties. And the one thing that I will say, and the thing that has so impressed and guided me with my work with this wonderful advisory committee is how much of a standard we have put to say we want this to make sure that we are finding ways to impact every LGBTQ Lancastrian, knowing that our needs, our issues, what's important to us are very diverse. And so our grantees are everything from people in direct human service to behavioral health, to the arts, to adoption services, to just so many different venues that could be supporting or thinking specifically around LGBTQ plus individual support. And also that our advisory committee has said what we will always hold is a lens to intersectionality. So understanding that our justice, our liberation is connected. We've said we don't just want programs that envision what liberation looks like just for LGBTQ plus people, but how that intersects to combating racism, ageism, ableism, misogyny, and understanding that intersectional lens. And so really happy to celebrate our first round of grantees and hearing their impact stories as their projects are happening now with that very inclusive and intersectional lens.